All right, ladies and gentlemen, Good Doc wants to have a conversation today, and it is one that was brought to me courtesy of the mean one herself. So somewhere on the screen, what you're about to see is it's not a Reddit post, but it's a post from a particular young lady. Most of it is in English, but part of it is in Filipino, I think it's Tagalog. So it may be hard to kind of understand, but what I want to do is give you the gist of what's going on in the post. You're probably already reading it now. But also, I want to talk about it from my perspective and how I genuinely feel about it. You know, quote unquote, being a man that has been engaged before, of course, to the mean one, transitioning into marriage. So basically what the gist of this particular post is that there's a young lady that is feeding or feeling out how to respond to a situation with her boyfriend of 8 years. So the boyfriend of 8 years chooses to propose to her and give her an engagement. She finds out that the guy purchased the engagement ring for 299 pesos, which is, we'll just go ahead and call it for what it is, about $6, right? 300 pesos is roughly about $6. If we do it, $1 is to 50 pesos, $6. And he bought it basically, or she found out that he purchased the ring from Shoppee, which is the same thing as what Temu is here in the United States. It's damn near the exact same thing. So if you know the types of products that you find on, websites or apps like Temu, damn near the exact same things you're gonna find on Shoppee, but Shoppee is specifically probably for overseas markets. Maybe, of course, not just for the Philippines, but that's what they use as their version of Temu. Now, my wife brings it to me, and I'm sitting there looking at her, and I wanted to know what she felt about it, right? So I asked her first. I said, how would you feel? And she goes on to explain, and everything that she said was kind of how I feel, which is what I'm about to go into. You see, if I've been with somebody for 8 years, and the best that I can do, imagine, I know why a lot of guys stay single. If you don't want to at least put a little money on it, just stay single, bro. You really didn't have to propose, right? If you're not willing to put some money behind it. But if I was gonna get an engagement ring, I would put forth a little bit more effort than something that's $6, right? That's, with all due respect, you can call that cheap, right? Now, I understand people would be like, oh, well, it's not so much. And these are the comments that she was receiving. She was being dismissed by her thing. She was wondering if she should confront the boyfriend about it or something like that. And, the comments were basically reading something to the effect of, oh, it's not so much about the value of the ring, it's the love and the relationship and all this bullshit. And I get it, right? And I understand. And a lot of people are gonna say, oh, look at this girl, she's being so entitled, she believes that she deserves this and she deserves that, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And there's a lot that goes into it, and I do believe that there's holes or things missing, but from what we can gather and from what we have in front of us, that's what we're gonna work on. If 299 pesos, aka $6, is the best that you can do for a ring, my man, you was better off just not proposing. Just put that shit off, right? Now, I don't know what she's like in a relationship. Maybe there was a legit reason why you went for the cheap ring, or maybe you just couldn't afford it. I don't know if you have a job or not. I don't know. But I'm thinking that if you wanted to propose to your particular young lady, and you've been with her for 8 years, you would have tried to find a way to just put a little bit of money away. I don't care if it's 20 pesos a week or 20 pesos a month. Over 8 years, my guy, you're gonna get an amount that's far more than the 299 pesos that you fucking spent on this young lady's ring. And again, in no way, shape, or form am I rich. And I can tell you exactly how much I spent on my young lady's engagement ring. I'm not going to, but she actually knows the price. Why? Because I didn't hide it from her. I'm not saying that I spent hella amount of money, because I didn't. But it looks good for the value that I put behind it. And till this day, that ring actually still looks really good. She wears it with her wedding band and all that shit. It's like it's a 3-piece ring set now. But to me, as a man, right? And I'm just gonna put this out there as a man. Maybe you guys feel different, just let me know in the comment section below. But here's the deal. When I put that ring on your finger, to me, that is representation of me. right? Because if you propose to a young lady, right, and she goes out and shows it off to her friends, hypothetically, and they see that ring and they look at it, and with all due respect, I'm saying this with respect, if it looks cheap, they gonna treat it like it's cheap. And in a sense, that's embarrassing for the girl. But aside from it being embarrassing for the young lady, that's embarrassing to you as a man, right? And again, I know everybody's financial situation is different. Let's not ever get that twisted. But like I said before, if you weren't ready or you didn't have the bread for it, you was better off just not proposing at all, right? 8 years in the game. It's crazy because that was around the time that I think I proposed to the mean one. I think we were about 8 years in, something to that effect. I can't remember the exact time frame, but I think we were roughly about 8 years into our relationship when I decided to say, you know what? I could fuck with her long term. That's what I was thinking in my head. Yo, me and her, we could fuck with each other for long term. I could rock with this. I could ride with this, and I was cool with it. But I also knew that even my dad, just, I don't even know who I consulted with the ring. I have no idea. I can't remember, but that was representation of me. Like, if I'm gonna put a ring on this young lady's finger, I want people to say, well, damn, that's a pretty nice ring. Or yeah, that's a cool ring. Right now, but if it's cheap and you know it's cheap and you know where they bought it from and it's cheap, it tends to, it would make me feel away. Right? And again, we shouldn't worry about the vision or the views of other people when it comes to your particular relationship. I understand, but damn it, it almost feels like the man didn't try. That's what is coming off to me. Again, we don't know everything about the situation, but for what we have and the story that we have, it didn't look like my man tried at all. It didn't look like the man put forth any effort. And in this particular pose, you can see baby girl's just not feeling like she's valued. Like, he's like, damn, does he even value me enough to put forth a little bit of effort, into the ring or something like that? And trust me, rings in the Philippines, especially places like Unisilver, shout out to them. I think I bought my wife's first, the engagement ring. I think I bought it from Unisilver. I can't remember. Right. Doc ain't going all in, but damn it, I'm gonna make sure the ring that I do put on my wife's finger or girlfriend or, fiance's finger at the time, I'm at least make sure it look good. Right? But, if she kind of feels like she's, it's being, it's kind of devaluing her, or maybe he's not valuing her as much as she thinks. And then again, like I said, a lot of people are coming forward saying, yo, it's all about the love. It shouldn't be about the ring or the material things. But somewhat, it's not always about the material things if you were the one who chose to propose. That's me. If you were the one that said, you know what, I want this woman to potentially one day be my wife, I think you should have put forth a little bit of effort. That's just me. And I get it, man. There's a lot of guys out there that would probably feel different. But in the same breath, like I say time and time again, if you ain't trying to get married, don't get married. I will never force anybody to get married. I will never guilt trip anybody to get married. Motherfucker, if you don't want to do it, don't do it, right? Because I'm telling you, on this side over here, it ain't for everybody. And I understand why. Times have changed. This environment we living in, fucked up. But at the end of the day, I opted to go all in on mine, and I'm good, right? And it's not gonna always be that way, right? It's not gonna always be 100%, of course, and you're not gonna always be 100% sure, but at least if you're going to say that you are highly likely, or it's promising, right? If everything's looking promising and she's doing everything that she's supposed to do in a relationship, I assume that's the reason why you propose. I would think that you would have put a little bit more thought behind the engagement ring. That's it. That's pretty much it. I feel bad for her because that's a ring you wouldn't want to wear out in public, y'all. It's just the truth. And again, I don't know the situation, and again, I'm not trying to feel or make anybody feel like I'm the entitled foreigner, because I promise you when I tell you, the amount of money that I spent on my ring was not expensive at all. And I guess maybe that's just not expensive for me, but if he was really considering getting engaged in any way, shape, or form, he could have put some money aside, and built up to that. I mean, damn, they was together for 8 years. You mean to tell me that after at least year 5 or so, you was kind of at least considering it? I don't know, maybe he got people in his ear saying, bro, don't do nothing crazy or expensive because she could leave you tomorrow. I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm only assuming that that's probably what it was. Probably a lot of people in his corner saying a lot of naysayer shit, and he just decided, yo, I'm not gonna really go all in on the ring. And now you got baby girl over here in the corner feeling like you really don't value her, right? And again, the way that I see it is, if baby girl was doing everything that you needed her to do in the relationship, and she's been showing up and she's been stepping up and doing what you need, at least to the point where you decide to say, you know what, I feel like this young lady could make a great wife and I want to make her a fiance. All I'm saying is, you could have put a little bit more effort behind the ring. That's it. A little bit more effort behind the ring, because girls just want to show the shit off. Right? And it don't have to be anything special. Again, we're not over here, comparing rock sizes and shit like that. It's the fucking Philippines, bro. Relax. But what I am saying is, if you weren't ready, don't do it, because what you did right now probably does more harm than good, right? She should be decided to be a fiance, but then she'll look at the ring and be like, damn, is this all I'm worth to you? Right? And again, it may sound like entitlement, but for me, baby girl putting that ring on is now representing me. And I think that's how all men should feel if you ever choose to get married. The ring that you put on her finger is representation of you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be expensive, but when she goes out and shows that to other people, it's representative of you as a man, as the effort and energy that you put into the ring, and also how you value your particular young lady. And that's it. I think he was wrong. I'd rather you just not done it at all, personally. But I am definitely interested and intrigued to hear what you guys got to say in the comment section below. It's been a good doc. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Peace.